Whoa, 10 people already. Nice. All right. Everyone hear me okay? Someone gave a heart. Maybe that's what that means. Sweet. Welcome to, what is this, week 11 of the Herring Hotline of season 2, hashtag thicker and saltier. So thanks for joining in, everybody. So got a special guest this week, pretty excited about. But welcome to the Herring Hotline, the show where we talk all things herring. Praise be to the one true herring gods. Shout out to herring. And thanks for everyone for tuning in week to week. It's pretty nice seeing everybody. It seems like a lot of the same people. There's some new people, but a lot of the same religious herringites out there. So appreciate the views. Sometimes you guys write stuff. It's cool. Keep doing that. Thanks. Hey, Boyd. Perfect. So quickly, we're going to go through sponsors, and we'll get my guest right on the show. Gamblers, all hail. Shout out. First off, O'Neill. Shout out to O'Neill. They make cool shirts. I'm wearing shorts made by them, so that's cool. They have wetsuits that are really nice. So shout out to O'Neill. Next, Tavi Tequila. Tavi, but not Tabby. Don't say Tabby. I learned this the hard way. Tavi Tequila. This his name is Tavi, and he's from Vancouver. But they make their tequila on top of some super high mountain in Mexico, apparently. Regardless of how tall their mountain is, they put a cool naked lady up at the top here. So that's pretty cool. And it tastes really good. I have 3 flavors here, which I'm drinking for the show. And they are the official herring pairing of the Herring Hotline. So thank you. Morley, Herringites. Yeah, shout out Morley. 782. Is there that many other Morleys that you needed 7, 8, or does it mean some? I wonder, that's a lot of numbers. Ocean Gamblers. They gave me a sweet care package, gave me some canned tuna, and they also gave me a bunch of actual herring here that they found in the store, so shout out to those boys. They're local Comox Valley here, hardcore fishing guys, so shout out to the boys at Ocean Gamblers. They sent me a cool t-shirt that is very comfortable wear, and boy LP posts all kinds of awesome fishing stuff locally, so if you like fishing, follow Ocean Gamblers. Shout out to those boys. Notch Supply, Bamboo Sporks from Tofino, Michael Darling and the boys will give you, I think it's they're not even giving you money anymore. They're doing 400% off, but now if you do promo code EggFartDike, he will drive to your house and give you a back rub, and COVID safe as possible. He showed me the suit that he wears. It's it's a full COVID safe suit, so who doesn't want a back rub now? And if you enter in promo code EggFart into Notch Supply, you'll get a Herring Hotline spork and a back rub by Michael Darling. Jason, cousin Jason, shout out. And then the reason we're all here, Brunswick Seafood Snacks. Even though they have treacherously changed from herring to sardines, although you can still find some. We did kind of look into it. There's something to do with America and Canada. So, I don't know. This is an ongoing chapter. I only have so much time in the day, but it's an issue and we're trying to deal with it. And thank you for hanging in with us for this, because this is serious. But yeah, these are sardines technically, and we're working on it. So, preach to the choir. Shout out to Brunswick, I guess. I don't know. Answer my emails. How about that? Also, Tiare, one of my season 2 guest premiere, she sent me these really cool socks. I'm going to show off some flexibility right now. But it's got, I don't know if you can see it. I have shitty Wi-Fi, so that it might not be that clear. But it's got canned herring and sardines in cans. So, awesome socks. Don't know where you got those, but thank you very much for the herring mail. That is, there might be a shortage because we eat so many. It was possible. Okay, so that's sponsors. Let's get to our guest today. My guest today has posed the question by Surfer Magazine Can this unsponsored middle-aged man save surfing? He's an internet sensation. He's got all kinds of, like, he's got a YouTube channel. I don't know if I think he has a podcast. Super funny guy. Great guy. And he's an EMT from California. Jonathan Wayne Freeman. I'm going to bring him on in a second here. We're going to send the request. Oh, he spelled Jonathan wrong. Jonathan Wayne Freeman. Welcome to the Herring Hotline.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
It's great to have you. And the Herringites out there in Canada and now worldwide really are very excited to see you and hear your take on herring.
You know what? I'm going to just come right out with it, okay, from the get-go. My herring today is from the Bay of Fundy.
Really?
And I am in America in Southern California, so what kind do you think it is?
It's canned herring?
Absolutely.
Looks like Brunswick seafood. Actually, no, they're ribbed. That's not ribbed.
Okay, I'm going to explain something to you. If you're from California, there's really not much canned herring available, which is very sad. We only really grow up with one type. Do you know what it is on the Herring Hotline?
No, I don't.
It's kipper snacks, brother. Kipper
snacks.
Kipper snacks.
Nice.
Yeah. I brought some sardines to the party as well because
nice.
I didn't want to be, So, yeah. How's your day been?
It's been good. Sunny. We got snow. I built a snow fort, so pretty excited.
I saw that. That looked amazing, but I'm fearful of collapse. Is it going to be okay?
Well, the pallet is kind of the tunnel, so if the pallet collapses, we should be okay.
All right. I hope you have someone there, for safety purposes that's monitoring you.
We live in an apartment complex. There's lots of people nearby, so that's actually by a walkway.
Okay.
So someone should hear the screams if it does.
But it would be more like a muffled, like, not so much screams because of all the snow in your mouth and your nose, right?
Yeah, snow drowning is no joke. So
it's
you're
no joke,
right.
dude. I'm a wuss, man. I grew up in like the best weather ever. So yeah, you're way tougher than I am. You probably just start picking your way out, would be my guess.
You'd have to. You really have no choice, I think.
Gnarly. Well, I'm so excited to be here, dude. Thank you for having me.
No, I'm really excited that I see you tuned in for the podcast last week with the boys at Raglan Surf Report there, which was awesome. Shout out to Luke there.
Luke's awesome.
Reached out and you were keen to come on, so super stoked.
Yeah, man. I actually have no idea what's going on here other than I needed herring, and you mentioned tequila.
Nice.
And also, there was something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I just know if Luke does it, I want to be involved. That's the truth. I love the Raglan Surf Report, and if he comes on your show, I know you're good people. That's all I need to know.
Appreciate it. So why don't we dig right in? Let's bust your can open.
I want to say I've never had this. FYI.
So careful when you open it. When you get to the end, it sprays. Oh my God.
Right out the get-go, dude. Full kook. I'm a full herring kook. It's okay. I brought backups. Let's try this again. Any tips on opening the can for someone?
Yeah. So when you get to the very end, this is a common problem for all the herring folks out there. So when you get to the end, don't go ham and pull it off. You got to be really careful. And I actually I rock it. It's kind of like a little rock, and it'll just sort of disconnect very carefully because otherwise you're gonna spray juice everywhere and it's yeah. You okay?
This is sad. If I was in the wilderness trying to get into one of these, I just have to get a rock and bash it. I don't know what I'm doing. Is this something all Canadian children know how to do by age 5?
I didn't even know that was a problem. So
I've shown you something new. This is the American kook right here. We're witnessing it. Did you grow up playing ice hockey?
I did play a bit of ice hockey for sure. My dad loves hockey.
All
I
right, all
think
right. We're good, bro. Not
You
going
got it?
ham. Hey, can I use a cracker? I brought crackers, or is that lame?
No, actually, crackers are really nice to pair with. Like stone wheat thins are good. What's the other one? I can't remember. What do you think? What's the smells like?
I'm not mad at it. It's different. I mean, it smells like the ocean. I'm a man of the sea. I love it.
Okay.
Can't complain. All right, here we go. This is my first taste of herring in my whole life. Canned herring. Pretty good.
Yeah, I think the smell kind of like deters you. It sets the bar low, and then when you actually eat it, it tastes better than it is.
I want to say something though, and I think this is important. I'm very, very hungry. I came to this with an empty stomach,
Nice.
and so all the flavors are really coming out. Now, I did get a DM from Luke at the Rag and Surf Report. How many cans did you eat when he was on?
8 cans.
8 cans. Now, do you think that is a normal amount to consume or a high amount to consume?
I was trying to do a show where I was gonna have an eat off with cats, and it said that a cat can have like 2 cans of herring.
Mm.
I didn't really do the math, but like I feel like I weigh more than 8 cats.
How did you get into herring? Were you always into them? Were they your favorite fish as a boy?
I don't know. I think it's like kind of your classic like he met she story where my girlfriend's dad he just told me about them one day, and he said it's really cheap, and I was like, well, that's like nice. I was looking at the can. It's got interesting facts about herring. He said it had 18 grams of protein in one can, and it's under $2. So like I was thinking of like a good surf mission snack. I can jam like 100 of these in a jet ski. They're perfect. And they're under $2. So like you spend $200, you're walking out of there with like 200 cans.
Are you a good fisherman?
Honestly, not really. My friends are really good fishermen. I like to drive the boat and drink.
Excuse me, but if you got stuck on a stranded island and you had a bunch of these, until you got your fishing skills where they needed to be, you could survive on these.
Yeah, and it attracts bears. So if you want to like upgrade and get bear meat, you can use this to attract the bear.
Dude, you are a wealth of knowledge. This is incredible. What part of Canada are you in?
I live in the Comox Valley on the west coast of Canada on Vancouver Island.
You rip, dude. I've seen some of your pictures and videos. You surf really good.
I'm lucky to go with photographers that know how to take good photos. I usually bail. I'm like really good at bailing.
He's modest too. Do you travel a lot? Have you been to like Central America and stuff to surf?
Not really. I've been to Indo in 2014. That was really nice.
Oh, nice.
Last year, me and my girlfriend went to New Zealand, and that was really nice. Got to surf there. So
Oh, you went to New Zealand before the apocalypse? Did you see Luke there?
No, that's when my sister who lives there, who we were visiting, she turned us on to Raglan Surf Report and stuff.
You're drinking the juice. Is that the way to do it?
It's definitely, yeah, I didn't like it at first, but the more you do it, you kind of crave it. It's like super salty, and you want to have a sip?
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like you're putting me on, but I'm gonna go along with it because I trust you. I trust you, my neighbor from the north.
That's good. Whereabouts do you live? You live in California.
Oh, now that's something, isn't it? I do.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Southern California. I live
Nice.
in San Diego County. I live about 20 minutes from Lower Trestles.
Oh, nice.
Did you crack a second can already?
Yeah, I'm on number 2.
Well,
How many did you bring?
including the sardines, I only have 4.
That's going to be solid. Honestly, if you put back 4, you might wake up with like sweats.
I have things to do tomorrow, though.
Well, like, just, you'll wake up, but like you'll go back to sleep again, and then you'll wake up in the morning like you normally do. Just I found the first night I did this, I woke up with like crazy herring sweats. It was.
I don't want. I feel like I might need to take a shot to continue
It's good
down
for
this
you.
road. I don't know. All right, so if anybody's watching this on the comments, I had no idea what the herring hotline was. I just knew I needed to be here and I needed to have herring. So I showed up because when you get asked onto the herring hotline, you show up. You show up.
I really appreciate that, and I'm a big fan of yours. So the fact that you wanted to come on was very nice of you.
Well, I would like to get a little history. How did this? I mean, I know you got turned on to it. You liked that it was cheap. You liked that there was a lot of protein. But how did you decide, you know what I need to do? I need to host lives on Instagram where I talk about canned herring.
Well, it's a long story, I think, but I just started bringing it everywhere I went with me. Like, it's so cheap that I just would always have it on me and I'd always be eating it. And people would, you smell it, you see it crack open. People are like, oh, what's that? So I'm always like telling people about herring, and it really like resonated with people. And I think people like all the surfing people out there, like they just like a cheap snack you can load everywhere. And, you know, there was a trip where me and my sister got stuck up on the north end of the island somewhere. And all we had was like a bunch of this, and we ate it for the night. It was like December. It was like snowing, super cold, and yeah, we just had a bunch of herring, and I think it's just a part of me now.
How long has your family lived in Canada? Like, how far does it go back?
Not super far. Like I'm like my grandpa's grandpa.
Your grandpa's
Whatever that
grandpa.
is.
That's pretty far. Hey, man, I screwed up the second one too.
Seriously? What's
I'm
with
not.
those American cans?
I have very poor mechanical aptitude, and I have soft American hands. It's very difficult to open these cans. I've only done very light work my entire life, so these hands are not very tough.
But you're an EMT, right? That's what does EMT stand for? Emergency
Well,
Management Technician.
I'm an EMT paramedic, so an EMTP. So emergency medical technician paramedic. And basically the difference between a basic EMT and an EMTP is an EMTP can do IVs, we can give drugs, we can put tubes down your throat so you can breathe. So, I'm really enjoying eating all this herring. This is much more fun than I thought it would be. I'm having a great time.
That's good. Are you eating the sardine now in comparison to the herring? Can you give us a breakdown of kind of the difference between the two?
I'd be happy to. I actually came back. I'm still working on my first can,
Okay.
truth be told. And it's not bad, but let me finish that up and then I'll get deep into the sardines.
Yeah, I find with some of the herrings, like it's so hit or miss with the brands. I've had some that taste like pure dog food. The Brunswick is really good. The golden smoked. I can eat a bunch of it, and it doesn't bother me at all. But other brand, like other flavors of the same brand, like you can eat one maybe, and it's like too much. But the golden smoked is like that's the bomb.
Golden smoked. And how do you know what dog food tastes like?
I don't know. Like, have you ever eaten dog food back in the day when you were like a kid or anything?
No, I didn't. But there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'll give it a shot. Are we talking about soft dog food or hard kibble?
I think the stuff that I have is like hard kibble.
Hard kibble. Now, what's exciting about this, it says premium. It's wild caught and sustainable. It says it's sardines and extra virgin olive oil, non-GMO. It's passed through a lot of tests. This is exciting.
I like the picture on that box.
It's nice, right? The little lady, she seems happy. It's like she's waiting for her man to come back from the sea, you know, bringing in all these beauties. I
Uh,
gotta be honest though. I'm fascinated by you. You started a show where you eat canned herring.
I know. It's great.
I'm here. I need explanations. You need to talk to me more. Tell me what's going on in your head, man.
Herring was just so good. Like I said, it was like a process of years of eating it and everything that it kind of just became a part of me. And then
Oh,
one
I
thing
got
led
some
to
in
another.
my eye.
Nice.
No,
How's it feel?
it stung. My right eye has now been sardined.
What flavor is it that got in your eye?
Uh, Violence, hate. It's a little. Oh, I'm gonna tell you right away. The sardines have the skin is a little bit much.
Yeah, it's aggressive for sure.
Super aggressive.
Yeah, you really do see the full form of the fish there.
You know, I'm starting to think I should have even been more hungry, like maybe giving myself a day and a half fast. But we're gonna give it a go.
This is my dinner. That's what I timed the show with my dinner.
I have a question for you. It's actually DeForest here says, what is the difference between a herring and a sardine?
That's a really good question. So I asked, I don't know why I didn't ask this sooner, but I asked Siri the other day, and apparently it's the size of the fish and the stage that it's in. So a sardine is smaller, and then the herring is when it's full grown. So this is like, you see the difference. Like, look how small those are, the little sardines. This is a herring fillet, so it's like way bigger.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just straight up 100% herring kicks sardines butt. It's so much tastier and easier to eat than that.
I believe.
I'm just going to say it.
No, it's not even controversial anymore. Like, I feel like we've done so many, and it's like it's not even close, and that's why we're really pissed off. Like, so Brunswick Seafood, these guys, they're from Canada. They forever have always been herring, and till this year they sneakily changed the package. So this is a sardine can. I'll show you. This is a herring can. They're the exact same thing except for a little logo on the bottom.
That's unacceptable. That's completely unacceptable, and they know better. They're messing with people. You have brand loyalty, and you're messing with your customers, and it is not cool. I'll tell you what happened. Some guy got in there, decided he wanted to change everything, mix things up. But what you did was wrong. People were used to what they had. And now you're screwing with your brand loyalty. See how that works out, buddy.
Well, I encourage everyone out there who's as outrageous as you are to send them an email. I've been sending them lots of emails, and I'm hoping to get some sort of response. You know, Ahern saying riot, that's a bit extreme, but it's a pretty big deal. Wow.
It's not bad. I'm going to be honest. I get what you're doing, and I think it's wonderful.
It's good for your hair. The omega-3s are good for your joints. I find, let me know in the morning how your back, like, do you have a bad back or anything? I find my back feels better.
My back's on the fritz, every now and then, but I don't know. I'll take any help I can get, and let's talk about those omega-3s. That's the real deal right there.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't want to pop those vitamins, omega-3. That's a great way to get it, but this is the source.
Yeah, this is literally where they suck them out of. Like, they suck the omegas out of these fish. Why not go straight to the source?
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel bad for all the fish you've consumed? Like maybe, obviously they were somebody's son or daughter, and you're eating them right now. And they had friends and a family, and maybe if you watched Finding Nemo a lot, like they got a whole life. Like there are people that loved them, and now you're consuming them.
I don't know. Not really, honestly. Like, it's not like I'm eating a dog or something. I don't think they have much personality.
Yeah, fish always get the short end of the stick when it comes to our sympathy in the animal kingdom.
Yeah, and they're kind of like, they were sort of put on this earth to be eaten by everything bigger than them. Like, they are literally like the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah.
I think, if anything, they would be pretty happy that we have a show about them.
Yeah. Can I can I ask a request? I know I'm the guest, but can I ask a request?
Yeah.
Can we do one of these little guys?
Oh, is that tequila?
Well, I have this. This is literally the worst American thing you can buy. This is low quality.
Jose, nice.
I'm gonna do one. One. What size boards do you ride?
I really like I like Firewire boards. Cheers.
Oh.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I smelled it, and I have goosebumps. Some of the worst decisions of my life. This is good.
It's good. Tequila pairs really good with herring.
Wait, is this show about trying to get the guests to throw up? Because I think
No one's ever thrown up on the show.
Well, has anyone popped? Has anyone destroyed 2 cans of herring and not been able to get them open? Anything could happen.
That's true.
Okay.
It's only the second season, so you could be the first. Like, I encourage you to puke. Actually, you would be the first on the herring hotline.
It got renewed for a second season. Did they double your? How much are they paying you? What are you getting? Like 10,000 a show or something? Is that about right?
I'm just doing it strictly for the joy of herring. Just trying to spread the joy.
There's nothing purer than that.
Nice.
No.
Oh.
Wow.
How are you doing?
I want to say something. I just thought of something. There's a comparison in the way certain herring tastes and how certain tequila tastes. It's either garbage, it should be thrown in the trash, or it's amazing and should be lifted up, and you should create an entire show about it. Wow.
Yeah, and what's even better about herring? The difference between good and bad herring in price, there is no difference in price. They're all the same price, basically. Like
that's fascinating.
Yeah, like $3 and under. If you find something under or over $4, like I've never seen anything over $4. Like you'd have to find some crazy artesian stuff.
Really? What if I went to like a sea market, like a market with fresh fish? Can you buy herring?
I don't know.
The
Seattle food market, we should go there.
Yeah, where they throw the fish. But have you only had it? So you've only had it canned.
Yeah.
You've never had a herring that like came from the ocean and not get deposited by human hands into a can.
No, that's true. I do have a herring rake. It was my grandpa's, and I intend to use it.
Would you be willing? So you would step outside of the world of canned herring and get more intimate with it to be fresh? Like, would you toss one in your mouth right out the ocean? You're on the boat. I
don't know.
Yeah,
I consider
it has a soul. That's why. You want to make sure it's dead, not.
Yeah, it's harder when it's looking at you.
It's hard, right? Yeah. Can I tell you about something about myself?
Of course.
Except for tonight, I made an exception. I never eat anything that has a mother. That's just me. But you do you. You do you. Tonight, I made an exception. Probably because, it was a big deal to be here on the show, and I didn't want to upset you.
So you're normally vegetarian?
No, that was a lie. Yeah. I'm a pescatarian, but I normally only eat fish that don't have mothers. So that's how I justify it.
They're like raised in a broken home?
Yeah, exactly. They have to be fish that were raised by a father and not a mother, and then I'll eat them. But they also have to be from a certain ocean. I only eat stuff from the Pacific. I'll have nothing from the Atlantic. It's just, that's personal. That's because of my blood type. I don't want to get into it.
I think the stuff you ate is from the Atlantic Ocean.
Don't.
Bay of Fundy?
Okay, can I read it to you?
Yeah.
Sustainably wild caught for generations, our Nova Scotia herring are fished from the cold, pristine waters of the Bay of Fundy. Local oak, ash, maple, and beech chips are used in the smoking process. Our herring is hand-packed in Yarmouth.
I don't know what Yarmouth is.
I don't know, dude, but that's why it tastes good. Local oak, ash, maple, and beech chips are used in the smoking process. Hello. That's how you get a classic.
And so kipper is a Norwegian method apparently. It's like a salt-based curing. That's what kippered is.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Do they have the little bones in that too? The little bones like kind of crunch. It's kind of gross at first, but not bad.
The sardines, like, really sort of, they upset my soul, if that makes sense.
It's not the same. Herring is just so much better. Like you've tasted it yourself. Herring, sardines, it's not even close. Herring is so much better.
I want to go get a knife or something to get into this herring. Can you what am I saying? Can you? It's your show. I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm getting this thing open.
Get some power tools.
I apologize for being so rude.
That's okay.
I'll be back in a moment.
So, sorry, I got oil all over my hands. It's really hard to get these cans open now. Once you get through the plastic, it's not so bad. Any questions about herring out there that I can answer while John's out grabbing power tools? Oh, here. Does John, it's a John question. Is herring and tequila an actual thing? Yes, it is. It's really good too. I highly recommend it. Don't drink beer and a lot of fish. I don't know. It doesn't like if you eat a lot of fish, it just like it's too much. It's too much beer and it hurts your stomach almost. I get so bloated. But tequila's good. Red wine's good. Vodka's good. But like I don't like vodka as much as I like tequila. I'm a big fan of tequila, so I stick with tequila and herring. What is your favorite alcohol beverage alone with? Well, we just answered that. With herring. Is that your dinner? Yeah, that is my dinner. I timed this show up so it starts with my dinner time. It works both ways because I put back like, I don't know if I get like 8 cans, it's like 200 grams of protein or 180 grams of protein or something. So, hey, you looked into how many farts herring do a day? Oh! Raglan Surf Report hat?
Represent, son.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Screwdriver. Phillips head. I know that much. Popped it right open. But I popped it the wrong way. Dude, that juice. There's a lot of juice in there. A lot of juice.
You should be careful. Like I put a tarp down.
That's a smart because someone has to sleep in this room tonight. And it's not me. It's actually my mom. Grandma's here. So it might smell super fishy. I'm a bad son. Hey, I have a question. Someone has a question. It says, many herring and sardines are from the Atlantic Ocean. What are some brands that use Pacific herring or sardines?
That's a really good question. So, to my knowledge, Brunswick Seafood uses stuff from like New Brunswick, which is Atlantic. I think Millionaires, they use Atlantic as well, but they have really cool boxes. But yeah, there's a herring fishery in town here where I live.
Yeah.
But like it's hard to find.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
When I just drink the herring juice like that, it's like there's something in my DNA that was unlocked, something primitive from caveman times where I'm like, like I'll stab someone with this thing right now if they come near me in this right now because I need that protein to live and stay warm.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd be curious to know, like, after you put back like 4 or 5 cans, how it makes you feel, because I find it actually makes you feel pretty jacked up.
Yeah, I mean, do you think my wife's in any danger, or?
Like,
just from maybe, my masculinity, high testosterone levels.
I think if herring is what put you over the edge, that would be a first, maybe, but I wouldn't put it past you.
Well, I am very sensitive to things. All right. Hey, it took a lot of work. It took a screwdriver, but look at this. We got can number 2. Hello, kids.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at. Can I see the fillets inside? I want to see what you're dealing with there. Oh yeah, it's like pretty similar. Like,
Cheers.
actually, I'm gonna switch it up.
I gotta be honest. I'm not sure if this was a good idea.
I think you're doing really good.
Well, it's always been a dream of mine to go to Canada.
Have you never been?
I haven't.
You
I don't
should come
want to be. I don't want to be rejected by the locals. I hear great things. Can't wait to get there.
Well, you ever come? We could do a live herring hotline. I could give you some of the good Canadian herring.
Woo!
What do you think?
Now, why is Canada superior in every way to every other country in the world?
I don't really think we are. I think we've got a lot of problems, just like you guys. We're just trying to get through. We're really locked down because of COVID, so that's kind of annoying.
I'm sorry to hear that. I've always, growing up as a young boy, had very fond memories. Not memories. Fond feelings towards our neighbors from the north. The first Canadians I met, when I told them I was from Southern California, they asked me if everyone in Southern California drove VW buses and bugs and slept under palm trees at night. And I told them, yes, we do.
You guys have a lot of palm trees there?
We do. I would say an excessive amount of palm trees.
There's like not a lot of palm trees here. People just like plant them, I think, to like flex on their neighbors. And I don't know how they survive.
That makes sense. I'm going to be honest. I'm into this first half of the second can.
Yeah.
I'm going to blame the sardines, but I'm starting to hit a wall. I'm hitting
Really?
a wall. Any advice? Any encouragement?
Tequila. Or you just power through it. Like, don't think about it. Maybe if it's not really what you're into, I would suggest don't think about it and just keep eating. Tequila helps.
That'll help me eat more herring. Hearing?
I think it does.
Is it herring or hearing?
I think it's herring. But the guys, Luke in New Zealand was pronouncing it hearing, but like I think it's kind of a country thing. Like I've always said herring. I'm happy with herring.
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 Yeah, I'll be your best friend. Hobber bobber dinkle dope poop. Sure. I need a best friend. I have lots of regular friends and currently no best friend. So there is space. I should stop drinking. He's right. Michael from Mike. Yes, he's right. Don't drink that. Thank you, Michael.
I had a fan submitted question that was, are you familiar with the legendary Huntington Beach local Timmy Race?
Absolutely. I met him for the first time like 3 weeks ago. It was very awesome. I actually got out of the water. I saw him in the water and he was ripping. And when he got out, like a total surf dork, I got out of the water, chased him into the parking lot and asked him for a picture.
No way.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was super nice. Love that guy.
He comes up to Canada a lot. Not right now, obviously, but I've surfed with him a few times up here. Super nice guy.
So rad. Yeah, he's I love all the cold water, Northern California, northern surf stuff. I think it's fun to watch. How's the local scene up there? Are there aggressive locals? Mean, angry jiu-jitsu Canadians?
I don't think there's any that really know jiu-jitsu. I've never really seen them use jiu-jitsu per se, but like South Island, they get pretty eggy. It gets pretty crazy down there.
Because it's a hockey culture. You guys punch each other in the face. That's the way to settle things. Have you ever been in a fist fight?
Just a couple.
Dang. Yeah, I'm 0-1. I got knocked out once.
What happened?
It's a terrible story. I'm not sure you want to hear it. Let's just say a lot of this was involved and a lot of my mouth going. And then before I knew it, boy, oh boy, did I get punched in the face. And I sure did learn my lesson. It's amazing how quickly you sober up when someone punches you in the face.
Yeah, I got beat up by a whole hockey team once. That was crazy.
Did you really?
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. How did that start?
I think they thought I was someone else because someone had stolen something. Wasn't me, but I was like one of the guys that wasn't part of the team. So I think I was an easy target.
Wow, I'm sorry that happened to you. How did you fare? Do you feel like, they got a few good shots in, but you still feel you won the fight?
It was pretty bad.
It was pretty lopsided?
It was like, I feel like I took punches really. I feel like I could take a punch pretty good, but there was just a lot of punches in general. So
Yeah.
shout out to the Glacier Kings, 2009, I think.
Yo,
It was
what's
a good
up?
year.
What's up? You took on a whole hockey team. That's amazing. I feel like the way you said you can take a lot of punches, in surfing, nobody goes straight better than I do. And I'll tell the world that. I'll say it right here in front of the whole world on the Hearing Hotline. Nobody goes straight in surfing better than this guy. I know. It's bold.
It is a bold statement. Do you think if you get on like if we put you on sort of like a herring regiment, like 3 herring cans a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you do some push-ups, we'll get a scientist in there to check some things. Do you think we can improve your straight air, your straight line skill set?
I mean, I think that could happen, but I also think coming on the Herring Hotline, I'm not sure this was the correct decision. My insides right now feel like they're abandoning me. I feel like I might fully release everything here on this chair. And if that happens, I'm probably going to cut out of here. This herring
It's going
it's
through you.
upsetting.
Do you think you're going to oh, it's frozen. Oh, he's back.
Oh,
Sorry, we froze up for a second. Are you okay?
I think so. Not really, but yeah. I'm all right.
Okay. So this is another fan submitted question. What was the horrific act you witnessed outside of KFC?
All right, we're going to do this. You really want this?
I don't even know what they're talking about. Should we not do this?
I'll say it. So I mentioned that I saw something horrible. Do you guys have KFC in Canada?
Mm-hmm.
How am I looking right now? Because you're like blurred.
I'm blurry?
Yeah. Do I look all right?
You're looking actually crystal clear. I hope it's not my Wi-Fi. My
Okay,
Wi-Fi sucks.
I'm going to tell the KFC story.
Okay.
I was at work on the ambulance, and don't hold this against me. I know herring's your favorite food, but I needed some KFC for lunch. And I was upset with myself. I wasn't in a good mood, and I thought, I want to eat something dirty. So I was like, let's go big. Got a bunch of food, and as we're pulling out of the drive-thru at 1 p.m., middle of the afternoon, on the lawn in front of the KFC, where anybody can see as people are driving by, there is 2 men. One man is on the bottom, and there's beer cans all around, but not good beer. Something called High Gravity, which is malt liquor. It's very cheap. That comes in a 24-ounce can. And these men look like they maybe aren't businessmen, maybe aren't on the up and up. And they're having adult relations in broad daylight on the grass.
Like what time?
1 in the afternoon on the KFC
1 p.m.
grass. And I saw an adult man's beehole as he was, yeah. And I got really upset, and I called my father, I'm 40 years old. I called my dad, and my dad was like, I've never seen anything like that, son. I'm sorry you had to see that. And I said, well, it happened. So that's what I saw. It was terrible. It's terrible.
I'm trying to remember who put that in there. How did you talk about this at all, or did they just?
No, I
were
never
they
told.
there?
I started to talk about it, and my dad was in the comments, and he said, "Don't talk about it, son." He was like, "You can't tell that story. It's too racy or too gross." But there were two adult men having coitus on the grass at 1 p.m. at the KFC, and I saw it.
Love is
and
love,
they
you know.
didn't have a care in the world. They were like, "Hey, whatever."
Okay. It's aggressive.
It was. I'm sorry I told the story. I hope I didn't ruin the show.
No, absolutely. Like I think the beauty of herring is that it encompasses kind of everything. It's like the ocean. It's all over the place. It's beautiful.
That was a good segment. Well done.
Thank you. Possums. I actually have a possum skin here, and that video where you got that possum. I want to know, like, are possums good eaten? And do you prefer possum over herring?
I personally have never ate a possum. I have a long relationship with possums. I've had them get aggressive towards me. I've ran from them. I've had them play dead. And recently I found one that was deceased, probably a couple days. It had been deceased. And so I made a humorous video holding it. However, TikTok decided that it was against the rules.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't let me post it, so they took it down.
It's too bad. It was a really good video. I was a big fan of that one. I liked it. Reshared it.
All right, MG Gonza says I need to have another can. All right, let's see if we can do this.
Shout out to MG Gonza 99.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Yep.
This is breaking news. I'm going on a surf trip tomorrow.
Where are you going?
So I'm doing this with you, and I'm getting on a plane very early. So if I end up causing a scene or throwing up on the plane, I'm going to contact you. You're going to hear from my representatives.
It's okay.
I'm going to our neighbors to the south.
Nice. That's exciting.
That's why this sort of was like practice to get ready.
Yeah, well, once you get down there, there'll be some good tequila. Are you chasing with beer?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't actually recommend beer with herring. I probably should have told you this beforehand. It just doesn't like mix well, and that's probably what you're noticing right now. That's why you've been freaking out. I don't know why I should have told you this sooner. I'm sorry.
That's kind of my thing. I mean, it's kind of, as a host, I thought you would have informed me. It's kind of what I do. Now I feel I feel like attacked personally. I bought these Kipper snacks, and you didn't warn me that no beer is not good with the herring.
It's just like on the bottom of the list. Like it's not like it's a nightmare. It's just like herring, tequila, wine, really good, vodka. Good. I like hard liquors with herring. Beer just like kind of makes you feel bloated.
Why didn't you tell me we could have done vodka? I thought it was strictly tequila. Man, this is jacked up. You're gonna have to have me on again. I'm inviting myself back on. Season 5. I want to be back on.
Well, so secretary, season 5. Season 5.
Talk to the
season
secretary.
5. Season 5.
Mm.
We got you locked in for season 5. So you know Kelly Slater, right? Does he eat herring? Because he's like really old and he surfs so good. Does he, like, I feel like herring's got to be part of what he does. And I think it's the secret that he's not telling us.
I'm going to tell you something right now. And only the 66 people that are in this room are going to hear it. You heard it here first. You nailed it. 11 world titles. It doesn't fall out of the sky. You can have all the talent in the world. You got to have herring. A lot of people don't know this. How many cans per week do you think he goes through?
With his caliber, I would have to say like 40.
So it depends on whether he's in competition or not. If he's working up towards a CT event, right? If less than that, I'm sorry, 40 is very high. He has about 26.
Okay.
Yeah, in a 7-day period. And he's very, very diligent about it. I mean, it's very regimented. But yeah, you're right. You're very smart, very intelligent. Yes, herring. That's why, never mind. I don't want to talk about it. Herring's the secret behind a lot of great men, and people don't talk about it enough. There's very famous, world-changing people, and it's herring. It always has been. Across the board. I've said too much.
Do you have any other examples that the herring community can hear about?
Benjamin Franklin,
Okay.
Walt Whitman,
Figured. Yeah.
the writer of Moby Dick.
Sure.
No, it's true. And do you know who was super into herring? And a lot of people don't know this. Tim Horton.
Huh?
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Tim.
Do you guys have Tim Hortons there?
No,
No? How do you know about Tim Horton?
because those Canadians I met when I was 14 years old, they told me that there was a magical donut shop called Tim Hortons that was on every single corner like McDonald's is in the United States, and that Tim Horton was a famous hockey player who had died in his Lamborghini or Ferrari in a car accident. I was like, whoa, gnarly. And then I wanted Tim Hortons. I want the coffee. I want the donut.
Yeah, the coffee's terrible. The donuts are not as good as they used to be, but it is like the most, like, it's everywhere. It's worse than Starbucks. It's all over the place. I really like coffee, and they make like decent drip coffee, but yeah, they're everywhere. It's like a staple.
Are you addicted to coffee in the morning?
Oh yeah, I love espresso. Do you like coffee?
I love it.
Right.
I mean, really, it's sad. I'm fully 100% addicted. And I never wanted to be, nor intended to be. I didn't start drinking it till I was in my 20s. What coffee do you drink every morning?
I'm not super picky, but I dabble in a lot of different ones. There's some good local roasters up here. Like there's Foggy Bean in Yuki. They make a really good espresso. And then another one in Victoria, which is on Vancouver Island here, Fernwood. They make really good coffee.
Hey,
But
what can are you on? What are you on? What number?
what can are you on? 2? 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. No, that can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9. This is a new record.
I'm going to be honest. Like, can I tell you something for real from my heart?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're special and you have a purpose. And I think you found it. I cannot believe it looks like a mountain of gold in front of you. Unreal. Wow. Look at this guy go. Man, have you ever seen anybody eat canned fish like this, man? Incredible.
Honestly, it's like I'm kind of like I'm pretty nervous like doing this in front of this many people. So like I don't even really notice that I'm hungry.
Wait a second.
That's why I put this all back. Like it's easy actually.
You're incredible, but Foul Dog is trying to tell me I should have been on that plane 2 days ago. Are you trying to say the swell has gone away yet? I didn't tell you where in Mexico I was going. Maybe it hasn't showed up yet, or maybe it's just showing up. How dare he? How dare he?
That's a bold statement.
Anyways, I think that what you've done there, the way you eat it and can still hold a conversation is fascinating. I haven't even realized that you're 8 cans deep. 9 cans?
This is a new record actually, and I'm as surprised as you are.
That's in an hour, almost an hour, under an hour. Has anyone ever said this to you? You're not quite a man, not quite a god. And I don't mean that you're godlike. I just mean what you've done tonight is heroic.
I don't know what to say, but that's very nice of you.
Thank you. Yeah, it was intended as a compliment.
Okay. So like we are kind of getting to the end of the show, which is unfortunate. I feel like we could do this all night.
Yeah.
Do you have sort of like what are like closing thoughts on herring? like now that you've kind of been through the whole process, what is like when you started, you had one view of herring. Now that we're kind of towards the end, what's your closing thoughts?
They're not bad. It actually tastes way better than I thought it would taste, and it's really good. And I feel full. I didn't have dinner. This tasted like dinner. The sardines can take a hike. They can beat it. The sardines can pound sand. But the herring, I'm on board. And I'm going to give it to my children. Because it tastes great. Well, I don't want to say great. But it tastes like I said, it releases something primal inside you when you have it.
It's good enough where, like, for the price, it's good enough.
Good enough, and good enough will do. And also, the Raglan Surf Report sent me here, and I found this man, and I thought, what a fascinating human being, and I need to be here, and I need herring. I don't know why I'm here, but I'm glad I came.
I'm really glad to hear that. You should bring some herring with you down to Mexico, and then experiment, surf without herring, and then surf with herring. And just see the difference, because I think you'll notice a bit of a difference.
I don't want to be too, and you don't have to get gross about it, but what can I expect in the next few hours? Is it going to be awful, or am I going to be okay?
I think you're going to be fine. You might wake up sweating, and it'll come out of your pores a bit, the juices and the oils. You'll smell. You might smell. But you'll be fine.
I'm getting on a plane tomorrow, and there's other people on the plane, so they might smell me and think I'm a fishy smelling type of man.
Maybe. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, there's no bears where you're going.
You know what? You might be a genius, brother. You're right. There's no bears, and if there's no bears, I'm good to go.
Well, I'm getting my alert. This is gonna stop in like a minute here, but I just want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for spreading the joy that is herring. Everybody, I'm gonna put 9 cans back just before the show ends. Shout out to Raglan Surf Report.
2 back. Shout out to Raglan Surf Report, and also I'm terrified of bears. They eat you while you're alive, and rumor is they eat you ass first, and that's unacceptable. Terrifying.
Any closing words for the herring community?
I think you guys are amazing. I'm a beginner. I enjoyed being here. Thank you for sharing with me your culture. Thank you for reaching across the border, hands across the border, and saying, "Hey, American, you can come here. Hey, Kiwi, you can come here, and we can share, break bread together, break some herring together, and realize that the world, it can be a better place." I really think that the herring hotline could change the world, and I mean that. If we got everybody who hates each other together and they were able to eat as many cans as possible of herring and have some tequila, I think the world would be a better place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, John.
Shaka, my friend. I am off to Mexico.
Have fun. Herring be with you.
I will. Thank you for having me. That was fun. And I meant it. The herring tasted pretty damn good. I'm surprised. That was rad. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Later, dude.
Take care, John. All right, everybody. That was awesome. Shout out to John. Shout out to Raglan Surf Report, Luke Cedarbid, all the boys out there, all the herringites. We're going to time out like any minute here. So thanks so much.